Hi guys, hopefully this will be a quick one. I'm here working late at night. Another one of the nights that you guys really don't see me because I'm putting in the extra hours doing what I have to do. Um, I love you, and because I love you, I'm gonna make this video rather than bore you with a rant that you wouldn't understand or even care to. I'm making this video in case you have already chosen a team in the political game. Hopefully by this time you have chosen a third-party option, and if so, then I've done my job and you are not a follower. However, if you are currently on Team Blue or Team Red, right or left, then I have failed you. And I let you become trapped in the same prison of distraction by which most Americans are stuck, and that is the illusion of choice. We don't live in a democracy. As much as the media and other uninformed people might have you believe, we live in an oligarchy, of which only a relatively small number of individuals gets to control the government. Even if our system was run democratically, the United States is a republic made of delegates, and that's another topic. The oligarchic leaders of this country are using the two-party system to get what they want. And it doesn't matter if a Democrat or a Republican is in the office, because the citizens of this country have endlessly fought each other over made-up narratives, essentially. And the press isn't doing its job because it has been bought by those same oligarchs who wish to control the narrative. Meanwhile, the real issues that this country face haven't been solved. The sad part is that the moderates in this country, which is most Americans, they actually want to solve the same issues. I mean, the major issues that are always plaguing us, that come up every year, but we end up getting distracted by the wedged issues. Let me ask you, since you're possibly watching this in the future, have any of the major issues been solved by the two-party system? Have they historically been solved? No, I don't think so, but I'll leave you to be the judge of that. One only needs to look, as far as us not really being a democracy, one only needs to look at how Bernie Sanders was usurped out of his lead in the Democratic Party, or how really in 2015 the Pied Piper strategy was used to essentially drive a wedge between the Republicans, only to backfire with Trump being elected into office. That's democracy. Our democratic process died a long time ago. Coincidentally, the same time as the press died. I was foolish too when I was younger. I voted for Obama in 2008, and after major disappointment, I voted for Romney in 2012, thinking that that might actually make a difference. How wrong I was. It took time for me to realize that the true policies of both parties are the same. Support Wall Street and the banks, support the military-industrial complex, support Israel and Saudi Arabia, support the drug war, support the private prison complex, support corporate conglomerations into the hands of fewer and fewer. And really, the main goal is to keep the citizens of this country distracted. And they've done a really good job of that. So, not only do we need to incorporate additional political parties into the equation, into the voting process. We need to reform quite a bit. And I'm not sure if in the future you'll have experienced this process, but not only do we need to reform, how many parties are involved and get them active and involved and be able to express the interests of the actual people through the delegates. We need to reform the Electoral College. We need to reform campaign finance. But really, we need to reform the antiquated way in which we vote for a single leader to rule this whole country. I mean, that usually results in the lesser of two evils, first past the post situation. Yeah, we almost need like a PM and then an actual leader who sits in the office and runs shit. I don't know. I care about this country. I care about your futures. As long as we're trapped in this two-party system, nothing will change. And you guys will be handed a shitty situation, like I was handed by the previous generation. Believe it or not, I'm not as cynical as you might think about the future. Because I saw Trump winning this election as a sign. Good sign. He won not because the majority of the voters actually liked him and wanted him to be president. They just didn't want Hillary to be president. The first time the lesser of two evils backfired on him, I believe. To me, the voice of Americans in November of 2015 was pretty clear. We're tired of the same fucking thing. And Trump represented the outsider that didn't speak, act, or look like a politician. But unfortunately, we got another puppet. But America is craving something different right now more than ever. And Donald Trump was proof of that. He didn't even have to run the same kind of campaign that was typically run without the same kind of financing. Granted, the media paid attention to him for a whole other reason through the Pied Piper strategy. However, it's shown that if you get enough attention, it can be done. But if you guys are watching this and nothing has changed, then there's still opportunity for someone new to come along or for something to happen. Because it can't keep running this way. Something's got to happen. Likely, you'll see this when I'm gone. I love you and take care. Give your mom a hug for me. Clean your room.